Welcome back, everyone. Today we're checking out something a little bit different. I know you probably were expecting Coral Island, but it's good to mix it up once in a while. And we're getting close to the end of the first year of Coral Island, which is where I might stop it. So, yeah, I figured let's draw it out a little bit and let's check out this game called Return to Grace. It should be pretty short, probably only a two-part series. So we'll probably finish it up this weekend.
Stick's not responding.
GANYMEDE 3820 AD.
Can you take control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
The ancient resting place of humanity's greatest achievement. On Jupiter?
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9, oh, there it is.
That guy doesn't know how to count down. He really wanted a 10 countdown.
Addie, please respond.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have
Alan,
enough to...
It's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The
Dude,
Kennedy
voice acting is
electronics are not
great.
responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Oh, left stick to pull down? Odd.
Seriously. This stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
Ugh.
I think I could have done that a bit more gracefully.
Visibility's terrible. Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new. Just the original beacon signal.
I do want to see what I'm in.
Use your wayfinder to locate an entry point, if there is one.
All right. Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here. I can't believe this storm. Where would this have come from?
There is record of ancient terraforming on other moons. I think it's safe to assume that Ganymede is not an exception.
Is
There's
Ganymede
something man-made here.
a moon of Jupiter?
It's like a weather station or maybe a seismic station. It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan. There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't
That
be much
seems
sense
safe.
in building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
You told me that little
Climbable.
bridge stayed there for 700 years? There's no way.
Which way here?
Probably this way, right? Also, I apologize for like missing a day of recording this week. I'm just sick. I still am sick.
Oh no! Yep, there goes the back again.
What happened?
Fell into a stupid fissure. Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
You could climb out of this pretty easily. I say, as someone who would struggle to get out of that. All right.
Looks a little tight.
Looks a little tight.
It's opened up again.
And we're back where we started.
Another station. Too close together to be weather stations.
So seismic then. Icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity.
Icequakes?
Surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
We're close. I can feel it.
Ah,
Wish I shared your
I got an achievement for examining both seismic stations, which is a weird achievement. I guess maybe there was multiple ways to go here.
This has to be it.
What are you seeing, Addie?
I'm looking at what must be the Spire superstructure. There's a destroyed surface ladder. I'll need to find another way in. I can't imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible.
Saying the storm's 500 years old?
I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to.
Is it? I wouldn't make that. Oh. Oh, maybe gravity's different here.
Did you make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec.
Yeah, gravity might be lighter here.
I'm in.
I don't think I have a jump or
All right,
anything.
Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 900 years.
I guess this way. Crawl space. Do I have a flashlight?
Hope my light still works.
Yas. What the shit?
You should see this tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight, are about to pay off.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me.
All right. Is Alan AI?
Labyrinth? But I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Okay, power source.
The structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
Everything about this place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
Don't say it, Addie. We've had our hopes dashed before.
I feel like my spacesuit colors are like very 90s colored.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
I'm sorry, what do you want me to do with this?
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on Earth, then a 15-meter fall here would be the equivalent of falling less than 3 meters at standard G, which you've mastered a couple of times already on the moon's surface.
It's probably fine.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
Whoa. I was inside the ice.
Gosh, I hope this is the right way. Oh boy, this is slick.
Addie?
Oh no.
Man, I'm just falling on my face.
Are you hurt, Addie?
I'm working on it. The structure is enormous. This has to be the Gray Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
No, Alan, this is it.
I found the beacon. The transmitter is on some sort of console.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect. Grace language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
What?
First position is locked. Second calibration position is up. That's 2, and here's the final position. That's it. We're in.
Sick.
Accessing the network now. Oh.
Shit. Alan, you there? Alan?
Hello?
Ha!
A visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will
What
you be able
about
to let me out of this
Alan?
room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There
Fine.
should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Winch. Winch. I don't see any. Oh.
This
For a
must be
hint.
it.
Working the winch will open the door.
Was it in all of them or just this one?
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went somewhere?
Oh my god, I
She's
have
been
to
gone for hundreds of years.
hold this one at a
I am
time.
running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grace Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
And done. I feel like I'm hearing something
The
moving.
first step to restoring Grace
On my
is
left?
to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
Okay.
What?
The 9 buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Till we have a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans. When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness.
So she's just a piece of it.
This looks like metallic rock.
The power station is set into the Spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. That makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't do anything like that today.
So what? There's not enough structural like stuff they can use on this planet on Ganymede, so they pulled an entire meteor down so that they could build into it. That's pretty sweet, right? That's cool.
Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addy.
You still there?
Where would I have gone?
You sound a little different.
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Alrighty.
So you want me to do that? I keep clicking trying to like sprint.
These look like holding tanks. How exactly do these turbines work?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine.
I'm going to. Don't tell me what to do.
So, why do you need me to start these?
Tradition. A time-honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
Okay. Prime it.
So, do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed, we are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament. The turbine has failed us.
That's not
See
good.
that?
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
What do I do with
What
this?
happened here? Someone ripped this apart.
You must go to the turbine.
You just really don't want to tell me anything, huh? So you want me to take that turbine out and put that one in over there? Easy. What does this do? Do I actually want to do it
Go
down
down.
there? No, I don't actually want to go down.
I'm safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed. You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds
Ah,
unsafe.
so I did want to be
It
down
is
here.
not.
What? Why is it not safe? Is this thing gonna pop out instantly when I release this?
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
Yeah, I see it. I get it. Thank you for telling me.
You're sure I'll be able to fix this?
If you trust in my word, yes.
Am I gonna have to restart the whole thing with the 3 generators?
You must first cast out the old turbine.
Yeah.
Now cast aside the wretched unit.
I like Control. He's very dramatic.
Now you shall place the new turbine.
Tell you what, this thing, like, it's very easy to get it where you want it to go. I thought it would have trouble, like, aligning it perfectly. I wonder if it stops or if it just kind of, like, gets you where you need to go. Like, if there's guardrails on. God, that's bright.
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
Grace?
Everett.
Blinding. The blinding light of grace.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once. Return to your vessel, and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
And you were showing such promise.
I want to examine these.
I have no record. They are likely parts to support the workings of this station.
I like how you can examine, like, everything. And there's voice lines for it, too. I guess it's not a massive game, so there's probably not that many voice lines, but still, very cool.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars.
What, do you just
Relay
not
devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
write books
Then
anymore?
we share an interest in shedding light on this.
That's probably true. They probably don't. Because, like, I mean, if it's like a lot of space travel, probably don't have a lot of access to trees or other plant material to write
what I can
on
tell,
paper.
There is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should lead you to the other parts of the spire.
Okay. I'm down for that.
I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
That one?
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Taw.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist. How about the Greek letter Chi?
I don't know what the hell you're...
The Roman numeral 10?
Okay.
Roman numeral 10. Well, that would just be an X, right? I clicked on you.
Got it.
This is not the way to your ship.
Yeah.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes.
And some
This
little
must be
lag
the
here.
entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Okay.
What are these for?
Okay.
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire, but they no longer store any useful information.
What about this way? You know, if gravity's so light, I should be
Is
bouncing
this
up
an
and
airlock?
around.
Yes, the spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now. Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush.
I like
Let me
empathy.
accompany you along the path ahead. I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers defying the hoarfrost, as you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
Maybe pick a flower. Yellow, no. Purple. You don't really have much.
By all means, take your time if you need it.
Is it just those flowers? Those are the only ones I can pick? Oh no, look, there's water lilies. Water lilies are cool. Are water lilies poisonous?
You remember that you're choosing a flower, right?
Yeah. I just kind of want to look. If there's a really cool flower that I don't know about.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden?
That's,
I'd love to know what you think of them.
What?
For the calibration process.
I have no idea what this is. A weapon or tool of some kind?
An anvil?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps?
Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
It's not.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
I'm going to pick this.
Thoughtful choice. You're not quick to take what's offered, and you're not afraid to stray from the path.
Goddamn
I'm
right.
making the lighting adjustments now. Ah, perfect timing. The room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola.
I'm sorry, what? I do all of this here? But hold on. Before I do, I kind of want to click on the fox statue. This is a lot, actually, to read. But they did do all the voice lines.
Whenever
like,
you're
kinda
ready,
like,
you can
This
move
looks
to
like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important, even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too.
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn.
True.
This statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
And why would its beauty matter?
People like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years. You're not a planner, are you?
How's that
I've
supposed to
been
mean?
told that. Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
All right, I follow.
What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
The pergola. I'm gonna go all cross-legged. She moved the wind. Well, I guess since the air's actually flowing now. I drank all my coffee. What? Am I good? Did I win? I wonder if it's because they were talking when I was walking up to the pergola and it like caused it to do something weird. All right, everyone. Well, that was just our quick little intro into Return of Grace. So, because I'm going to have to replay all of that to get back to that same spot. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. And I'll play from that point onward and record that for you all. But I'm actually really enjoying this. I guess, yeah, I should have done more. Or, like, I should have listened to them and not just rushed into that one part. But I don't know. Ooh, this is very cool looking. Oh, yeah, so behind me is Jupiter. This is Ganymede on the planet. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And, yeah, my nose is getting more stuffy as the minutes pass. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye.